Time Warner Cable Sports and the North Carolina High School Athletic Association present the 4A State Baseball Championship Series. From 5 County Stadium in Zebulon, it's 4A Baseball. Hello everyone, I'm Chris Edwards back at the ballpark. Great to have you with us for this 4A Championship Series. Fuquay Arena, the champions of the East, come in at 26-4, led by NC State signee Garrett Suggs, who has been the all-road everything for the Bengals. Brett Daniels, the hurler, who will get the ball in Game 2 tomorrow, a perfect 12-0 this year with a .84 ERA. On the flip side, South Mecklenburg comes in at 25-7. The champions of the West, led by Harris Yett and Logan Cock, their outstanding catcher, have combined for over 40 RBIs this year. So it should be a terrific series from 5 County Stadium. The opening pitch is coming up next.
Whether you're on the market for a new car, whether you search by vehicle, make, type, or price, the fastest way to access 25,000 cars, trucks, and classics all in one place is HendrickCars.com. New and pre-owned vehicles available coast to coast with door-to-door delivery and quick and easy financing, complete with actual vehicle photos and free Carfax reports. No one makes buying a car easier than HendrickCars.com. Proud supporter of high school athletics across North Carolina. HendrickCars.com, the fastest way to find the car you've dreamed of.
Back inside 5 County Stadium, getting set for Game 1 of this 4A State Championship Series. Fuquay has just taken the field behind the right arm of Jordan Bissett. Bissett 7-1 so far on the season, part of that triumvirate of pitchers that Fuquay has, which is also, I guess, factored in by Garrett Suggs and also Mr. Richardson, who's also been pretty good this year for Fuquay Arena. Actually has a school wins record at. So a lot of good pitching for Fuquay Arena, but it's going to be the job of Jordan Bissett to start things here in this first game of this championship series. Bissett, we told you, 7-1, has worked 49 innings, just over 49 innings this year, and has a .85 ERA. Doesn't walk a lot of guys, just 12 walks in 49 innings, 41 strikeouts registered as well. The defense behind him, it'll be Tudor in left, Suggs in center, and Stewart in right. Across the infield, third to first, Daniels, Burt, Scott, and Yarborough. Mitchell doing the catching. And the lineup that he'll face today looks like this. Brooks Kennedy will lead things off for South Mecklenburg. He plays shortstop. Michael Smith will bat second and play third base. Logan Koch, the catcher, hits third. Harris Yett, the first baseman, is the bats cleanup. Luke Miller at second base bats fifth. Earl Oliver, the DH, hits sixth. Lawson MacArthur in left field bats seventh. Mac Bazin, the pitcher, hits eighth. And batting ninth will be McKay Red. So Brooks Kennedy into the left-handed batter's box. The junior, who's committed to UNC, will dig in as Bissett ready to fire the opening pitch of the 4A State Championship Series, and it's a fastball that sails high and away. Corners are pinched in for Fuquay as the 1-0 pitch sails to the plate, and it's again taken high. South Mecklenburg coming in at 25-7. Has been red hot throughout the entire course of the season as the 2-0 pitch misses down and away. Kennedy hitting .396 on the year, 22 RBIs. But hoping to be the table setter here in this opening inning as he looks at strike one on the outside corner. Umpiring crew is assigned by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Mike Gerard will call the balls and strikes. Swinging a pop-up. Foul territory, third base side. It'll be DJ Burt, the shortstop, battling the bullpen mound and can't make the catch, and the count runs full. Mike Gerard calling balls and strikes. Ryan Pope working over at first. Todd Brewer is the second base umpire, and you just saw Kenny Dickerson, the third base umpire, in position to make the catch, or make the call on that potential catch down the left field line. New line for Kennedy, 3 balls and 2 strikes as the shortstop inspects the bat and now digs back in from the left side. Bissett kicks and fires. Swinging a pop-up hit foul off to the left and onto the roof here at 5 County Stadium. 5 County Stadium, home of the Advanced A affiliate of the Cleveland Indians, the Carolina Mudcats, who have been gracious host of these championships. The payoff pitch, slice foul again to the left. South Mecklenburg right there in Mecklenburg County, which is also the home of Charlotte, that big metropolitan city there. Metropolitan City. Fuquay Arena just down the road here. Another 3-2 pitch sails outside. So in the 8th pitch of the at-bat, Kennedy coaxes a leadoff walk, and a guy you don't want to see on the bases if you're Fuquay, but a leadoff man aboard ahead of Michael Smith, the junior third baseman. It's the fourth trip to the state championship series for South Mecklenburg. Their first since 2005 when they lost to D.H. Conley. Quick throw to first and the runner back in standing. South Meck is 1-3 in these championships, losing to Greenville Rose in 1999, but claiming a 4A state championship over Wilson Hunt back in 1989. As ball one misses on Smith. Bissett peering in for the sign, planted by Mitchell, the catcher. A high hold in the pitch. Just misses the inside corner. And despite Fuquay's close proximity to the ballpark, and I mean, they are very close here, probably 35 minutes away from 5 County Stadium. Runner goes, pitch is foul, tipped, held onto by the catcher, throw to second base, will bounce into center field. Kennedy up, going to try for third and test the arm of Suggs, and he was going to make it as the ball gets past the dive of the pitcher into the dugout, and it's going to be 1-0 South Mecklenburg as Kennedy, clutching his fist, slaps the hands of his teammate trying to pump up his fans, returning to the first base dugout. A stolen base for Kennedy, advances to second base on the throwing error by the catcher, and then moves home on the Garrett Suggs throwing error, and it's 1-0 South Meck without the benefit of a base hit. 2 Fuquay errors on that one play, and now a 2-1 pitch on Michael Smith. It's socked to right field. Stewart going back over his head. It's on the warning track up against the wall. He bobbles it a bit. A wide turn at second base, but holding there is Smith. So South Meck with an early punch here to Fuquay. We'll see if the Bengals can respond and deliver a haymaker of their own in the bottom half of the frame. But first, Fuquay's got to escape this South Mecklenburg batting order. Now it's Logan Koch, the catcher, the switch-hitting senior catcher who is heading to South Carolina in the fall. Batting from the left side against the right-hander Bissett. Runner at second. And the opening pitch will not be made. Logan Koch hitting .404 so far this year. Second on the team in average. Second on the team with 3 home runs. And fourth on the club with 21 RBI. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. I think he was looking for a fastball or a slider, maybe middle end, and was full with the breaking ball. Swung early and over top. A huge contingent from Fuquay. A great crowd from South Mecklenburg as well. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on another changeup. And boy, how big would a strikeout be here for Jordan Bissett in this Bengal club. Bissett hunched over at the back, as you can see, and a long look into his catcher. A very open stance for Koch at the plate. That front foot almost out of the batter's box. As the 0-2 pitch comes, the runner was on the move. It's popped up to shallow left field. In comes Tudor. The left fielder makes the catch. Retreating back to second base goes Smith. And a nice defensive play by Tudor for the first out of the inning in the ball game. And boy, some miscommunication almost there between Tudor and Bird. If that ball falls, it's 2-0 South Mecklenburg. But instead of runner at second, as you get a look at Michael Smith and now Harris Yett, the first baseman, batting .409, which leads the team. Also leads the team in home runs with 6. Second on the club with 23 RBI. Runner at second, and Bissett's opening pitch is in the dirt. Nice smothering block there by Mitchell. Runner from second. And Bissett from the letters. Up and in and hit him. Runners now at first and second as Bissett on an off-speed pitch plunks Yett into shoulder. appears to be okay. Trots down to first immediately. And now runners at first and second, one man out for Luke Miller, the second baseman. Miller, no slouch at the plate this year with a .341 batting average, leads the club with 24 knocked in and has a couple of home runs. Up in an RBI chance here. And I guess if you're a Bengal fan, the silver lining here is a ground ball gets you out of the inning with runners at first and second as Bissett fakes the throw to second base. Scott, the second baseman, was cheating in behind the runner Smith at second base. Outfield playing pretty shallow as the pitch comes home bunted down the third base line. Daniels charges, gloves, and throws late to first. Bases are loaded, one man out. And Earl Oliver, the DH, the sixth man about this inning, will come to the plate. The Bengal fans trying to implore their bunch to get it out, but no place to put Oliver. The senior, the open stance, the pitch, swung on, grounded through the left side for a base hit. This will score one, yet rounding third and holding as the throw is a strike coming in from Tudor in left field. It's 2-0 South Mecklenburg on Earl Oliver, single to left field. Bases remain loaded and still just one out in the inning. And Tom Hayes, the Fuquay Arena pitching coach, out for an early visit. The third hit of the inning. It's a 2-0 lead from South Mecklenburg, and this is really the first time that Fuquay has seen this kind of trouble in recent ball games. The Bengals snapped Richmond County's 28-game winning streak with a victory in Game 2 of that Eastern Regional Final, an 8-1 victory, and then won the third game of that series 12-0. So they've outscored their opponents 20-1 over the last two games. But South Mecklenburg has been pretty good in their own right. Had three very tough ball games against T.C. Roberson to get here, winning the first and third games of the Western Regional 6-5 and 4-1 respectively, with a 4-6 loss sandwiched in between. Oliver, first pitch swinging, comes up empty for strike one. It's freshman Lawson MacArthur now. MacArthur hitting from the left side, and boy, a big spot for a freshman. Batting with the bases loaded in the first inning of the state championship. Swings and misses, it's 0-2. But despite those three pretty close ball games against T.C. Roberson, South Mecklenburg has not been challenged in these playoffs. 0-2. Ground ball to second base. Scott to Burt for one, on to first, double play, ends the inning. A nice job of damage control there by the Fuquay infield, but the damage was done as South Mecklenburg strikes for 2 runs on 3 hits. And after a couple errors, the Sabres leave a couple of guys on base. We're done with a half inning of baseball at 5 County Stadium. South Mecklenburg leads Fuquay 2-0. This is the state championship on Time Warner Cable Sports.
I am so excited to be here at Charlotte Motor Speedway and ZMAX Dragway. There is truly no place like this in the world, and the excitement is everywhere. These are the most amazing racing facilities in America, where over 200,000 of the finest fans come together to cheer on the best race car drivers in the world. You're absolutely going to flip when you see this amazing mecca of motorsports. So call 1-800-455-FANS for tickets and grab your cooler, grab your family and your friends, and let's go racing.
Max Bazin has been staked to a 2-run lead here as he takes the hill in the bottom half of the first inning. He'll face this Fuquay Arena lineup here in Game 1 of the 4A's Championship Series. Garrett Suggs will lead things off in center field. Lucas Scott bats second, plays second. The shortstop DJ Burt hits third. Brett Daniels, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Nick Yarborough, the fifth place hitter, plays first base. Nick Stewart in right field bats sixth. Brian Mitchell, the catcher, hits seventh. Jordan Bissett, the pitcher, bats 8th, and Joe Williams, the DH, bats 9th. Numbers on Max Bazin this year. He's 9-1 so far on the season, 72 innings pitched, a 1.64 ERA. He's struck out 52, and walked just 21. Bazin, a 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. And another big stage for this underclassman here for South Mecklenburg. He'll face NC State signee Garrett Suggs, the left-handed hitting senior center fielder, to open up the ball game. Opening pitch on Suggs is downstairs for ball one. Defense behind the sophomore right-hander, MacArthur in left, Wilson in center, Wren in right. Infield after this 1-0 pitch, which is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Smith at third, Kennedy at short, Miller at second, and Yet at first. And we mentioned Koch, the catcher, who's been the all-world everything for the South Mecklenburg club, as ball two misses inside. Fuquay Arena, 26-4, champions of the East. We mentioned in the top half of the inning they took down Richmond County in 3 games to get to the state championship, as Suggs will foul one off to the left. Into some seating on the left field line. Fuquay fans will scramble for a souvenir. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Garrett Suggs. And line one down the right field line, hooking near the corner. This ball is over the wall and gone. Third home run of the season for Garrett Suggs, who makes it a 1-run ball game. And if you're Fuquay, you cannot ask for a better start than that. And the Fuquay faithful definitely excited about that. Here's Lucas Scott. Opening pitch is outside. But Fuquay, a 12-0 win in Game 3 of that regional final to get here. They won Game 2 8-1 as a fastball misses outside. Dropped the opener of that regional series to Richmond County 3-2. Got by a very good Green Hope squad in the 4th round, also a 3-2 contest. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the netting. So Fuquay battle-tested, at least as of late. And if you talk to Coach Center, and there were some articles in the papers around this area earlier in the week and prior to this opening game, 2-1 pitch, misses inside. And Milton Center, the Fuquay head coach, was talking about just how tough their conference was. And one can argue that maybe the Tri-9 Conference is the toughest conference in the state in terms of baseball. 3-1 pitch on Lucas Scott is high for ball 4. So a homer and a walk open up the first inning for Fuquay, and now DJ Burt will come to the plate. Fuquay Arena trying to become the 3rd consecutive state champion from the Tri-9 Conference. Apex Middle Creek won the state title in 4A last year, and 2 seasons ago, Holly Springs High School won the state championship here at 5 County Stadium with a loaded club led by now North Carolina State pitcher Carlos Rodon. So it just speaks volumes to how good that Tri-9 Conference is, but no slouch on the Southwestern 4A either. South Mecklenburg, a heck of a ball club, and had to overcome some really good teams to get here. Ball 1 on DJ Burt. The infield at double play depth as Burt will slap one through the right side for a base hit. Scott will turn and hold at second base. Fuquay has runners at first and second. Still nobody out in the inning. And the cleanup hitter, Brett Daniels, coming to the plate. Daniels, the team leader in home runs with 4. He's got 45 RBI and a .432 batting average. And Fuquay as a club batting .339 entering this championship series. To the plate. Down and away. Nice stop there by Koch, the catcher. Infield remains at double play depth. Miller cheating in behind the runner at second, but darts back to his position as the pitch comes to the plate. And it captures the outside corner for a strike. One. Down and away for ball two. Runners lead from first and second. And a fake throw to second base. They've got the runner picked off. Throw coming to third. Smith running the man back. Now a pickle ensues as Scott caught between second and third. And he's going to make it back. Everyone's going to be safe. DJ Bird at first base got all the way to second and then retreated back to first. They had him picked off, but no one was covering first base as yet when it went to second to be part of that pickle like you're taught. And so after all that running, no changes. Still 2 balls and a strike on Brett Daniels. A 2-1 lead for South Mecklenburg here in the bottom of the first. Fuquay threatening as Suggs lead, or check that as Scott leads from second. Swing and a miss, evens the count on Daniels. And now they've got him picked off again as the throw goes down the right field line. They try to pick off throw at first base and went down the right field line, and everybody advances. That'll most likely be a throwing error. No signal yet, and now out from the mound comes the head coach of South Mecklenburg. John Tuskin out to have a meeting with his entire infield. It does go down as an error. A throwing error on the catcher, Koch, allowing runners to get to second and third. And now a base hit gives Fuquay what looks to be a 3-2 lead. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brett Daniels when the meeting on the mound is over. And Daniels, who will most likely throw, or will throw tomorrow at some point, whether it be game 2 or game 3 of this series. Pretty good pitcher. He's Fuquay Varina's all-time single-season wins leader. He's 12-1 with a sub-1 ERA. So runners at second and third. Middle playing back, as you can see on your screen. Big lead at second base for Burt. And a lead at third base for Scott, and the 2-2 pitch on Daniels. Swung on, foul tipped for the opening out of the inning. Big strikeout there for the sophomore Bazin, and now Nick Yarborough, the first baseman, comes to the plate.
Nick Yarborough.
Down and away, nice sliding block there by Koch. Runners from second and third. Bazin will set, and the 1-0 off the outside corner. Offense aplenty so far in the first inning. 3 combined runs, and Fuquay Varina looking for more. Off the outside corner, throw to third, bang, bang, play! And Scott is picked off. Koch throwing behind the runner, and Scott caught napping. And a huge second out. 3 balls and no strikes. Nodding with the sign is Bajan in the pitch. On the outside corner makes it 3-1. So it's been nice defense that has ended up getting throw to second base. Another pickoff attempt. Bird is picked up.